Today I'm making kombucha, and with kombucha, for 2 gallons, you need 8 black tea bags, 8 green tea bags. Now to that I'm going to add some organic Rubio's tea. It's called Mandela tea. My sister brought it back from South Africa, so I thought I would add it to the mix. She keeps asking me if I've opened it, so I thought I'd open it today. Situated here on the counter are 2 gallons of water. This water is city water. It's been filtered and it's been on my counter for 3 days. So typically when I make kombucha, this is what I do. I start the process of saving the water and letting it sit on the counter days in advance. Now situated behind the water is the sugar. Because I'm making 2 gallons of kombucha, I'm going to need 2 cups of sugar. This is the kombucha I'm about to bottle. I'm going to take 4 cups of that, and that will be my starter for my new batch of kombucha. So let's get started. When I'm making kombucha, I tie all my tea bags together because it just makes them easier to get out of the pot afterwards. So I'm all ready here to add my water, and we'll get it boiling. There, I'm just going to turn it on to high and bring it to a boil. This is my kombucha. I'm going to take the SCOBY off and put it in a dish waiting for the new batch of kombucha. I'm bottling kombucha today as well, but that's a separate video. So I'm going to take the SCOBY out and put it in a glass dish. My water has come to a boil. I'm just going to let it boil for a little while, then I'm going to let it sit. So like I said, for the 2 gallon jar of kombucha, you need 4 cups of starter. So I'm going to give this a stir. And I'm going to take 4 cups of starter out of this vessel for my kombucha that I'm making now. Okay. I'm going to put this aside, and I'll use it in a little while once my tea has steeped sufficiently. Great, there's my 4 cups of starter right there. So the tea has been steeping for a good amount of time, probably about 20 minutes. I'm going to take out the tea bags and add 2 cups of sugar. Let's add our 2 cups of sugar. I'm just going to get a spoon. Actually, this is my favorite currently. I love this. I know it's probably for picking up eggs or something, but I just love it. So we're going to stir it until all the sugar dissolves. So I'll bring you back when I start mixing my water that's been sitting on the counter with this, okay? Because that water will cool this down. I'm not going to wait for this to cool down. I just cool it down with the water. So I'll bring you back then. Every time I make my kombucha, I switch out the tea towel it's sitting on and the tea towel I cover it with. So now I'm using this green gingham one, and my other ones are on the floor catching the drips. Now, when I wash these, I don't wash them with regular detergent. I wash my tea towels, well, I wash a lot of my things, but anyway, we're not talking about that. We're talking about kombucha. I wash the tea towels for kombucha with salt and vinegar, so no chemicals will touch the brew. All right, so I'm going to get mixing my kombucha. Okay, so I'm going to get my water and I'm going to start pouring it in this vessel. Here we go. I'm going to add my tea in last because I don't want to kill any of the bacteria in here. I will probably add the tea to some water and then add it in, but I'm going to get a lot of the water in right now anyway. There. so here's my tea. I'm going to put it in this measuring cup, okay? The tea has cooled down a bit, but anyway, of course it hasn't cooled down completely. I'm going to take this half-gallon mason jar. I'm just going to add it to this water. I'm going to get a spoon, stir it, and give it a taste, okay? Because it needs a taste. I'm tasting it for temperature, basically. Okay, this is it's not even warm, so if I pour it in, it will not kill any of the bacteria and yeast that I want to be in here, okay? So, let's just pour that in, like so. Great. We're going to take the rest of our half-gallon mason jar, pour it in, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my starter tea. That was 4 cups. I'm going to put that in now. I just put it aside. Great. It's now time to put the SCOBY in. And here's the SCOBY. All right. Yeah, I'm looking for my for a spoon. I think I put my tongs in the sink. I wouldn't want to use them now, so I'm going to use these 2 doodads. Now, like I said, I would usually separate the SCOBY, but I'm not separating it this time. Okay, not today. Maybe next time I'll separate it. Always, you know, experimenting. Right. Oh, I'm getting sweet tea on the floor. I'm gonna have a mess to clean up. Anyway, whatever. There. Sometimes when you put the SCOBY in, it sinks. Sometimes it doesn't. So, there we go. Maybe we'll help it out a bit. There, yeah, it's coming back up to the top. So, see, you can see it in the camera. There you go. So, there's always a bit of kombucha where I had the SCOBY storing. So, I'm now going to cover it. I'm going to cover it for 3 weeks or so. I'm not picky about it. Like, I won't make kombucha after 7 days. I will definitely want it more vinegary. If it's 3.5 weeks, if it's 4 weeks, you know, it doesn't matter. I typically make maybe a little less than 3 weeks. It's whenever I finish the kombucha I have in the fridge, and I drink it daily. I typically drink a bit more on the weekends because I'm home. Anyway, so let's cover it. Okay. Just like so. With the rubber band. There. That's done. There you go. Kombucha. That's how I make it.